Hey, this is Nat, and we're off our couch at SeaWorld Orlando. Thanks for getting out the couch with us and meeting us here in Orlando and at SeaWorld for the Seven Seas Food Festival. Seven Seas Food Festival runs from February 4th to May 8th, 2022. On Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. The Seven Seas Food Festival offers over 200 items, which includes more than 75 brews and more than 75 wines, seltzers, and cocktails, and many unique food tastings that range from Asian, Latin, European, Polynesian, and more. We recently just became SeaWorld pass holders. They were offering an Aquatica annual pass free with the purchase of a SeaWorld annual pass. And we had bought Aquatica annual passes, which is SeaWorld's water park, last year, so this makes sense for us. Also, my daughter being 5 qualifies for the preschool pass. The preschool pass grants free admission for children ages 3 to 5. Under 3 is already free. Florida residency is required for the preschool pass, and it has no blackout days. That offer is good for both SeaWorld and Aquatica, so we didn't have to pay for my daughter's pass at all. The registration for the preschool pass normally opens every January and then closes in February. I posted the preschool pass as well as the buy a SeaWorld pass and get Aquatica free offer on our Facebook page. So check us out on Facebook. We try to be helpful and share good deals and discounts when we come across those. And we're on Instagram as well, so you can check us out there too. So now that our SeaWorld season pass holder status has been explained, I can say that SeaWorld hosts many festivals throughout the year, and our plan is to check out as many as possible. So if you like festivals, roller coasters, sea life, subscribe, join us please. We'll be at SeaWorld more often this year. I'm really looking forward to Electric Ocean and the Christmas celebration. Are there any that you're interested in? Tell us in the comments please. We'd love to know the events that you all care about and want to see. Speaking of celebrations, Mardi Gras is going on too, in addition to the Seven Seas Food Festival today. Mardi Gras is happening from February 25th to March 6th this year, 2022. And there's a pop-up parade, live music, Cajun and jazz classics, street performers, a DJ, and Gulf Coast flavors. A booth that is part of the Seven Seas Food Festival has beignets, gumbo, po' boy, hurricane, all of the New Orleans favorites. Spoiler alert, we will hit this booth later. Pretty much love everything about New Orleans, so we're going to check that booth out. And we'll be joining in on some Mardi Gras fun too later on in the day. So yeah, we will definitely be back for that. Let's get our lanyard and let's get going with the different tasting options at the Seven Seas Food Festival. So you can just pay cash, debit, or credit for any other items at the booth. But if you're wanting to try more than a couple of items or have other people in your group that's also wanting to try an item or two, then the lanyard may be a more financially desirable option for you, your family, or your group you're with. There are 2 options. If you choose the 10 sample lanyard, that's a cost of $65. And if you choose the 15 sample lanyard, that's $80. And as a pass holder, the 15 sample lanyard entitles you to an additional 3 tastings. Of course, the lanyard can be shared too amongst your party. So the tastings that you can see are running around $8 and up. The 10 sample lanyard, you're paying $6.50 a sample, excluding tax. And with the 15 sample lanyard, you're paying $5.33 a sample or $4.44 a sample, excluding the tax still, if you have the bonus tastings as a pass holder. So those savings are pretty evident. Besides the savings, another cool feature of the lanyards is that you don't have to use them all in one visit. The Seven Seas Food Festival runs till May 8th, so you have until May 8th to use your lanyard, so you can just keep bringing it back day after day, week after week, month after month, whatever. I'm planning to splurge. I like to use the whole lanyard today, just in case we don't make it back before 8th. And I'm thinking with the 4 of us tasting samples, 18 samples shouldn't be hard to get through. I'm thinking it'll go pretty fast, so we'll see. Some more details about the festival before we get to the food, because there is more to the festival than the food. There are concerts too. 28 live concerts included in your SeaWorld admission. You can pay for reserved seating and enjoy an upgrade with the concerts. Just another reason to spread your tastings out. If you see a concert or 2 or 3, however many that you want to come back and enjoy, and then have some food and drink while you're here. Okay, on to the food. There are 24 booths. We won't hit them all. We just have our 18 punches, but we'll try a good variety here, starting with booth number 2, Sunshine Hops. New is in bold letters on the online menu, but it's really all new to us since this is our first time at the Seven Seas Food Festival. If you've been before, tell us about your experience, the foods you tried, the concerts you attended. As always, we want to hear about your experiences as well. And we don't have a book, by the way. There are books for the festival, but they were out of books once we got our lanyard. So we have to scan the QR code to take us to the menus. So anyways, we're at booth number 2, Sunshine Hops, getting a watermelon frosé, a frozen watermelon frosé, which is watermelon, rosé wine, and lime. I'm not a huge watermelon as a fruit fan, but a watermelon drink fan, I am. This is delicious. It's hot outside too, so this is hitting the spot. Refreshing, fruity, and satisfying. Good start so far to the festival. So now we're at the Jack Daniel's tasting booth, booth number 3. London is tasting the Jack Daniel's single barrel. There are also tastings available for Gentleman Jack, Tennessee Fire, and Tennessee Apple. There is another booth in the food festival, the Glacier Bar, which we're not going to make it to in this video, booth number 24, which offers Jack Daniel's mixed with frozen Coca-Cola ices, different flavors of Jack Daniel's and different flavors of frozen Coca-Cola ices. I know, I'm disappointed too. Hopefully next time we can check it out because they have combinations like Jack Daniel's Fire Cinnamon Whiskey and frozen vanilla Coca-Cola icy. Also Jack Daniel's Honey Whiskey and frozen cherry Coca-Cola icy. Those combinations sound great. Definitely something London and I would love to try. So for now, moving on to booth number 4, we're waiting in line for cheesecake waffle cones at Cafe de Mar. They also offer a craft brew and specialty cocktails, but I'm counting on the cheesecake waffle cones to keep my kids entertained and happy while we're walking around the festival. They are out of Banana Foster's cheesecake waffle cone, so we're getting the rainbow cheesecake waffle cone and white chocolate raspberry cheesecake waffle cone. Now, I told my son at least 5 times that this is not cheesecake ice cream, and he didn't believe me until he tasted it. This is cheesecake, pure unadulterated cheesecake in a waffle cone, and it is just divine. I got in a few bites of both flavors. You see there's a big thumbs up from my dessert-aholic. And these cheesecake waffle cones are big too. My son is devouring his, but my daughter can't get through the whole cheesecake cone. Okay, so far we're just going right down the line, which takes us to the Caribbean market. And our first food item we're going to try, a jerk chicken hot slider. I asked about the hotness and I was told that was more about the temperature, not the spice level. And obviously I asked the wrong person because my mouth is burning up. The flavor is wonderful, but it's too spicy for me. I'm passing this one on to London, who's also struggling with it, and he enjoys spicy. I mean, he eats ghost pepper. If you try it, please tell us your thoughts. In particular, I want to know if your tongue instantly caught on fire with the first bite. Okay, so booth number 6 now, we're at the All-American Market, and while a lot of people may be going for the lobster white cheddar Kraft mac and cheese or a funnel cake, I want the brisket tachos. Brisket tachos is slowly smoked brisket on top of crispy potato tots and then glazed with mayo chop, which I've never had before. I have the same affection for tater tots now as I did in elementary school, but I'm still surprised I like this so much. Briskets and tater tots just sounds kind of weird, at least to me, but I really did like it. The brisket is smoked well. There are some fatty pieces which we really can't eat, so that part we didn't like. Otherwise, the brisket is really good. The tater tots are good. I even like the mayo chop, and I hate mayonnaise, and I'm really not much of a ketchup fan either. But I did like it, and surprisingly, I'm stuffed. This is a good size tasting. So at the Polynesian Market, booth number 7, we're just going to grab a cocktail, Aloha Lemonade. London didn't really care for this one. It's Tito's handmade vodka, fresh lemonade, and pomegranate juice. London doesn't really care for the aftertaste on this drink. I think it's okay. It's definitely not as sweet as the frosé, so I personally prefer that one. Okay, so now we're going to head to the North Atlantic Market. This is number 8 at the Seven Seas Food Festival. I'm stuffed, so I'm passing the New England lobster and shrimp roll on to London. We have lobster and shrimp on a buttered bun with cider and lime aioli, and then a side of house kettle chips. I like the portion sizes during the festival, not for the full price, not for $10.99, but for the discounted prices with the lanyard, I think it's a really great value. So we're going to grab another cocktail for the next booth now, booth number 9, coaster cocktails. So this booth has cocktails inspired by the roller coasters of SeaWorld. And for $14.90, I believe, you can have the cocktails in a pouch, kind of like an adult juice box, which is pretty cool, I think. We're going to stick with the sample sizes and use our lanyard. So London is trying the Kraken, that's monkey shoulder whiskey, almond, orange juice, and Angostura bitters. It's really good, but I like mine better, the Icebreaker, named after SeaWorld's newest roller coaster. I have Reyka vodka, watermelon juice, Monin lavender syrup, and lime. I said it earlier, I love my watermelon-based drinks, and this is just glorious. I'm tempted to have another whole punch of the lanyard and grab another one of these drinks. By the way, have you ridden Icebreaker yet? The newest roller coaster at SeaWorld. If so, tell us about it in the comments. It looks fun. I haven't had the chance to do it just yet. Speaking of rides, the kids and I are going to take a break from the festival. I promised at least one ride per kid today to make sure they have something to look forward to on the trip. So we're heading to Sesame Street Land for my daughter's ride of choice now, the Cookie Drop. And I'm really glad we made time for these rides because the food and drink choices aren't really enough to keep my kids interested in the festival. There aren't many non-alcoholic choices available at the festival. You can use your lanyard to buy bottled water or Coke, but it's really not worth the money since the drinks are $5 and some change, while food and cocktails are $8 plus. I would love for there to be some fun non-alcoholic drink options, something layered, maybe something with fizz or candy perhaps, something for the kids or even non-drinkers to look forward to, something different to drink other than water or a soft drink or an icy. Anyways, while we're in line for nearly an hour at the Cookie Drop, London is heading to Mardi Gras. I only got to see a little bit of the dancing and hear some of the music as we pass through on the way to Sesame Street Land, so I am envious of all this excellent footage London had the chance to catch. Laissez les bon temps rouler. Yeah, let the good times roll. And they are rolling. The Mardi Gras party at SeaWorld happens from February 28th to March 6th this year. And there's a pop-up parade that happens select times throughout the day. Live music. Can't help but dance. Feels like you're in the French Quarter. The street performances here are amazing. Standing around just watching all of the entertainment, the various acts, the incredible feats, it's just nonstop entertainment. And check this out. I saw this and I thought London was getting spun around, but the performer is just taking a spin with the camera. How fun. I wonder what type of footage we would have gotten if they had been jumping with our cameras. I would have loved to have seen that. This is a great time. I'm glad this is going on at the same time as the Seven Seas Food Festival right now. And I know I mentioned Instagram earlier, but do you follow us on Instagram? Because we celebrated Mardi Gras on Tuesday, Fat Tuesday on Instagram with fun we had at SeaWorld today. And we love to celebrate the national holidays also. So check us out on Instagram and add some celebration and travel inspiration to your day. So we're going to get back to the Seven Seas Food Festival right now. The Gulf Coast Market, booth number 22, is playing a dual role because it's also part of the Mardi Gras festivities. But we also saw these food options too as part of Mardi Gras. So we did circle back to the Gulf Coast Market booth in the evening. I was wet after taking my son on the ride he chose, Infinity Falls. So I really didn't need a frozen hurricane. I'm actually kind of cold, but I'm in the Mardi Gras spirit. So I have my hurricane, which consists of Florida Canyon rum and Sailor Jerry spiced rum, passion fruit, and orange. I love it. We also went by Mexico earlier today, and we had to double back to the Mexican market in the evening to get a frozen watermelon margarita. Oh, my watermelon kick still, and it's fantastic. I am sharing this with London because I have the hurricane still. I also grabbed a beef barbacoa taco. It's described as guajillo chili flavored beef on a flour tortilla, and this tasting has a vegan option too. There were a few items that I saw on the menus that did have vegan options. In case you're wondering, the taco is wonderful, love it, and I'm happy with the portion size on this also. One last booth for us. We saw the booth earlier in the day, and now we're closing out the evening at the German market, booth number 20. London is getting the Heritage Pork Schnitzel Slider with beer sauerkraut and German mustard. It's schnitzel. London loves schnitzel, so he's happy to be closing out the festival with this choice. And my son is eating the pretzel bratwurst. I'm glad I found something that at least one of my kids is interested in eating. Honestly, the festival is not for picky eaters in our opinion. Really not a lot of simple choices for the kids. We went into Altitude Burger to try to find my daughter something to eat, and the burgers are around $10. So I don't know why something like that with just a small bit of pizzazz or flair. I'm just curious why that can't be a part of the festival. It's about the same price anyways as the items that are being offered at the festival. Next time, and we would love a next time. Overall, London and I had an excellent time, but next time we will get food for the kids before we start going through the festival. I didn't see a lot that my kids will eat, and what I did see, like the cheesecake waffle cone, there's also an ice cream topped with caramel popcorn at the Asian market, and a fin pretzel at Waterway Bar is really spread out. Plus it's desserts and snacks rather than actual food. So London and I will regroup. We're going to come up with a new plan now because we still have 3 stamps left. Yeah, we didn't get through the whole lanyard. We failed, but we did try our best. So we're thinking of coming back, finishing this lanyard and just getting a 10 sample lanyard and trying some more items. Thank you so much for getting off the couch with us. We hope you enjoyed coming along with us at the Seven Seas Food Festival or found any other information helpful. If so, hit the like button, please. Let us know. I enjoyed myself a lot. My favorites are the icebreaker cocktail at Coastal Coasters and the beef barbacoa taco at the Mexican market. London's favorite is the frozen watermelon margarita, also at the Mexican market. He pretty much enjoyed almost everything he tried. As always, we want to hear your thoughts all about your favorites, your experiences at the Seven Seas Food Festival if you've already visited. Tell us also if you're planning to visit the festival this year. If so, what are you looking forward to trying? We appreciate you all sharing your thoughts, views, and experiences with us. It helps us navigate and plan future trips, so thank you. I am going to say bye for just a bit because I'm passing the mic to London. Next few videos, London will be taking us off our couch in Fredericksburg, Virginia, located a little over an hour away from Washington, D.C. Fredericksburg is known for its rich past, and London will take us through a little bit of history, some great places to eat, fun places to shop over the next few videos. So if you've yet to subscribe, I think this will be a great time to do so. We're out of Florida, so something different to look at, and London is walking us through the adventure, so someone new to listen to as well. I'm looking forward to it, and we would love for you to subscribe and join us, please, in Fredericksburg. Let me say thank you for joining us this week at SeaWorld for the Seven Seas Food Festival. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, and sharing. Thank you for getting off the couch with us again for another week. The adventure is only happening because you come along with us, so thank you so very much. Until next week, click on the video to see another one of our experiences. Thanks for watching.